LCHF Part 4. LCHF should not be done during multiple week races like Tour de France. I say one day races like Ironman or ultramarathons, they'd be the best. But why? High rate of fat oxidation is great for many kinds of sports, but there are problems with LCHF as well. It takes about 4 weeks till the body gets used to it. Then it takes a few days to do carb loading, and while we're on the diet, we cannot push the top end higher or faster. Also, after we get back on a high carb diet, the effect will go down. For example, cyclists competing at Tour de France, they have surgeries almost every day over 3 weeks, but every day they have to recover their glycogen level because they have to compete in the next stage following day. That means they can build up with LCHF, but during the race there's no way they can stay on LCHF and compete competitively. What about sports with shorter duration? When it gets shorter than 2 hours, the benefit goes down because the ratio of the energy covered by fat is going to be lower. But does it mean it's not worth doing it? I use an example for football. The game lasts for 90 minutes. It's usually within 2 hours, even with the warm-up. During the game, players move around at low or mid intensity. More importantly, when they need to, they sprint, then recover repeatedly. To sprint, we mainly use creatine phosphate system as an energy source, but it lasts only for 10 seconds. Also, it takes about a few minutes till the system recovers. While creatine phosphate system is recovering, what's really important is how much glycogen you have left in your body. It is important in the second half of the game, and even more so in the overtime because players tend to play so much harder. In practice, players need to build up their speed prior to starting LCHF. Between games, players need to do carb loading again without spiking their insulin level too high. Also, there's no long-term study, so we don't know how long we can do it safely. In my opinion, one way to get out of this problem is to use a method called sleep low, which we can have insulin needed for our body while we keep high oxidation rate. This method can be used to bring up the speed before we start LCHF2. So I will explain more details in the next video. See you next time.